I'm not going to show very much of me walking on this path because the camera is going to be shaky, but I am again on a nature walk, and I am going back to the tree that I have a connection with. Looks like, whoa, it's been a while since I've been here, so I'm going through some different angles here, and looks like some things have been overgrown. So I'm going back to that tree, and I'm just going to talk about some things that I have been going through lately, and share kind of where or what I'm going to be doing. Keep forgetting I got to look right in that little hole. But yeah, I have been just guided in going inside over the last few days, and to take some time to work on my inner healing and what I need to be doing. I was on the beach yesterday and I was asking Source, I'm like, what do I need to do? Is it the big detox that I need to do? You know, because I was guided to that page, and there's so much that opened up, and synchronicities, and I felt like I have really been helped in many ways, but I haven't fully done everything that I could do there. So I'm like, okay, I've been struggling, and obviously it seems like because of the struggles that I am experiencing, that is probably very much what I need to be doing, so that I can overcome the external and internal challenges that I am just feeling. But I thought about Christina Lopes when I was on the beach, and I was like, you know, she offers so much good information, and I was introduced to her by one of my Lightworker friends, and she, I watched one of her videos, and then I watched another one, and then I watched another one, and I was like, okay, it would be so cool to connect with her and be able to have her help me, because she's been here before. And then I was like, but I've put a lot of money out in different ways trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. Not only that, but with standing up to the child predator services and just getting things in order. I just feel like there's been a lot of me outsourcing, going outside, and it's had a price tag associated with it. So I was like, you know, I love that there's all these light workers out there that are able to offer their services, because they're very much needed. But when money's tight, it's a little bit hard. And so I was like, I really want to go within. I want to find the keys within. I'll bring up that I haven't really been reading books or doing much of that. I will be guided to like a video of someone's, and I will watch some videos, and then I'll look at comment sections and kind of find other people who are experiencing the same thing, or who have overcome, I don't know if overcome's the right word, but have risen above or grown from, you know, just going through different experiences. So I think we can all help each other as we awaken and go through this. But I just haven't read very many books, because I'm being careful of what I let in. I was so indoctrinated before that, and books really, like, when I read something, it sits with me, and like I'll dream about it. I will really take it in. And so for myself, I want to be careful of what I'm reading, what I'm watching, what I'm listening to, because I know that it really goes deep into my cells. And so I just wanted to say that it was amazing when you know, I was thinking about that, and I was like, it'd be so awesome to get her help, but no, I was struggling back and forth. I keep outsourcing and trying to have others help me, And when I got back home from the beach, I sat down and one of her videos popped up, because I was working on just uploading the videos that I had, and her video popped up, and it was about exactly what I was talking about. Like, what is my life purpose? What is my mission? Why am I here? How do I work through these different emotions that I'm having? And, you know, what is the next step that I am to do? And she talked about when we're going through this awakening that we're going to have times of contracting to do inner work, you know, and transformative work, inner transformation, and then we're going to expand at times, and basically it's our outer mission, and we're going to go out, and it's really more about being. When you're a light worker, if that's what I am, and it seems to be that, then I need to be making space within me, clearing out anything that's not serving me, like I was talking about on the beach, just letting go, releasing, doing all of that, and continuing to do it. It's a process so that I can allow light to come into me and I can uplift humanity. So this resonates with me very much, and like many people have said before, to put the resuscitation mask on, but I didn't fully comprehend what was being said. And when Christina was talking about this and just providing steps to take, and you know, what to avoid, like looking outside for your mission, going out, trying to find your mission outside of you, continuing to do those things. And she's right, there's a feeling when you're doing that of not being okay and at peace with where we are right now. And I'm definitely at that place where, you know, I have a lot of internal struggles still, and I'm not at peace and at harmony. I have joy and I find joy, but it comes and it goes. So I was thinking about today I found out that my daughters, 2 of them, were going to be going over to visit my 2 sons. See, our kids all live with grandparents. So with my daughters live with my mom, and my sons live with my husband's mom and dad. And it was said that finally that my 2 daughters could go over and visit and stay over at my husband's parents, but the stipulation was to keep them away from me and my husband. So as long as they weren't around us, couldn't talk to us or see us, then they could be around. And that is, it's pretty harsh and it's hard to take because of the outside, what people view and think, and the judgment and whatnot. And then I got to thinking a little bit, like some thoughts and feelings came about just things that have hurt and that I'm going to have to work through. When this first happened, it was said that if they were going to, basically the grandparents were going to protect our kids from the system, and if we were around too much, or we were basically that was it. If it was, we're supposed to have supervised visits and once in a while with our boys, and they are very limited. And if it was perceived to be too long, that they said that they would be protecting our children, and if that meant keeping us away, then that's what they would do. And then another one was that I was told that why didn't I have a girl, because let's just say my husband's mom had always wanted a daughter, and she wasn't meaning it in a demeaning way, but it was brought up a couple times that, you know, why didn't Sherry just have a girl? Why? And we love our boys very much. It was just fulfilling one of her wants and desires. And when my kids were taken at that time, and that was very hard to receive, just that message of when I heard that. And so, yeah, I'm going to have to go inside, and I'm going to have to just, you know, truly heal. I've put those on the back burner, and I just kind of said, okay, that's what they are. And I look at it as that's where people are. And, you know, and I don't judge it in a way that they were meaning it to be mean or anything like that. It's just where everyone is right now. But obviously it's still there, and so I want to be able to fully move on and release from those types of things. And there's been others. You know, when you lose your offspring to a corrupt system, it's hard, and when you have others who are supporting and enforcing it, and not much support yourself, you know, the journey can be difficult. This awakening can be difficult. But the main point here is that I am going to be doing some work. I am going to be doing the detox. I'm preparing for the big one. And what I will be doing is coming on possibly from time to time to just share where I am in this fruit detox. I'm going to be doing a grape detox, and one of the things that I experienced before when I did it was, you know, concerned people in my life. You know, I call her my mother, my husband's mom, and I still love my mom. I call her my mom too, but I don't really have contact with my mom. So with his mom, she was worried, she said, about was I going to get enough nutrition, and where was I going to get my protein, and I was getting skinny, and she just, you know, different things, because they aren't aware of the chemistry and the physics behind all of this. And I've done a lot of research as I've been guided to do that, and to come in contact with people who are awake and have this information. So I feel good about where I'm at and what I see and observe in others who I connect with, who are on the same path as me. And it was heartwarming that she cared. But I watched some videos of, you know, what are you going to experience when you're detoxing? What's the healing crises and the emotional trauma healing part of this? When you're regenerating your cells and you're detoxing, you're not only detoxing out the physical chemicals, but it's the emotions that are attached to each of your cell's memory of what you've gone through in your lifetime. So I will come on from time to time if I'm able to share about that, or if I have some insights, or just want to share a little bit of information or an experience that I experienced. So I am going to include a little bit of Christina's video, but I'm not going to include the whole thing, because I want you to go to her page if you want to, if you felt led and guided to finish the video, and then to look around if you want to. And I just thank you for this time that you've shared with me, and I hope that you also do just the internal work that is needed in awakening to who we are as infinite souls. And if you're watching this, like she said, if you're watching her videos, if you're seeking out, and you know, I have the 1111 on my on certain videos that are related to the awakening, you're probably a light worker, and we have a mission, and we need to know how to go about this. And it's all about just continuing to grow and to expand. And there's times of that contraction to be able to sit with who we are and to work through things, clean stuff out, and to connect with nature, and just, yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. I don't want to ramble on. So I'm excited about what's to come, and I feel like I have a direction, And I'm thankful for everything that I have. I'm just gonna kind of turn around here. I don't think you can see it. There's a lake behind me too. Oh, you can't see it. I wanted to show it, but yeah. And then I will be back on maybe about my healing halos that I am going to be selling. So shalom to you guys, namaste, and I just wish you much light and love on your path, in your heart, and to wherever the next steps that you're going to be taking takes you. In the end, we're one, and we will all be together. So I thank you for at least journeying with me and turning the pages to either continuing on in a chapter in my life or turning to the next one. Namaste.
To talk more specifically about the life mission of a light worker. And I'm a coach and a healer and, you know, a YouTuber. The majority of the people that watch me are light workers, and sometimes they don't even know. So that's why I decided to shoot this video with a kind of a focus on the light worker mission itself. So the first key to answer in this video is, what is a light worker? And a light worker simply means a light worker is a soul that volunteers to come to Earth to help humanity or the planet in one way or another, okay? I'm going to give various twists to this definition to see which one resonates with you, okay? Another way of saying this is that the light worker is a soul that comes on a service mission to the planet to help uplift consciousness on the planet, okay? Another way of saying this is that the light worker is responsible for bringing higher codes of light, a higher concentration of light and love onto the planet. So we're volunteer souls. We're volunteer souls that come here with a specific mission of uplifting humanity in one way or another. So there's the general definition of what it means to be a light worker. Now I'm going to get a little more technical on the definition of the light worker. The light worker spiritually and energetically comes programmed to be a specific light worker, to have the specific light working mission on the planet, meaning that the light worker's body, both physical and spiritual or quantum bodies, the light worker comes programmed to be activated at a certain period in their lives. And some people call this activation spiritual awakenings, okay? So the light worker is programmed to go online at a specific moment in their lifetimes, and when they are activated, they sort of start this awakening phase or a remembering phase. I like to use this term a lot too. They go through this remembering phase where they go from a state of thinking that they're just here doing their work from 9 to 5 and getting married and having children, and that's all that there is to life, okay? So the light worker, they are programmed to awaken at a certain time in their lives, and when they awaken, they start to remember what they're doing here. They start to remember that they are here to implant light codes and love and assist in the ascension of consciousness on the planet. So when the light worker is activated, when their program goes online, they usually go through a process of what many people call a spiritual awakening, although for the light worker, the spiritual awakening is a little bit more technical. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult, because what happens is the light worker is genetically prepared. Their body is genetically prepared to hold higher concentrations of light. That's their purpose here, okay? So when the light worker awakens, they go through this really accelerated phase where they are purging all of their old baggage, all of the things that no longer serve them, all of their pain, all of their traumas, all of the past lifetime issues. They literally, their bodies, both the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, all of the layers of the quantum field of a light worker begins to purge denser energies in order to make room for more light. Look, I'm in the sunlight. I'm shooting this in the sunlight on purpose. Even though it's not great for the backdrop of a video, I'm still shooting this in the sun on purpose to show you that the light worker is prepared to take energy of light into their physical bodies and into their other bodies. They can only do that when they start shedding all of the old stuff that no longer serves them. So all of the stuff that kind of weighs down their energy system, it must be purged when the light worker goes online or when they go through a spiritual awakening, okay? So this is a little bit more technically what a light worker does. A light worker is meant and designed as a biological system. A light worker is designed to take and hold higher levels of light, and those higher levels of light help the planet and humanity as a whole. So there was a little bit more of a general definition and a more technical definition of what a light worker is. Now to the second part of the video, and that is, what's the life mission of a light worker? So this is actually one of the things that I struggle with the most when new clients reach me, because the majority of clients that reach me, when they want to work with me, I'll usually get a variation of this story. They'll say something like, I know I'm on this planet to do something different. I know I'm on this planet with purpose, but I'm really stuck in life. I don't know what my mission is, and I need help finding it. Please help me find my mission so that I can just get on with it, and get moving on my mission and live a more fulfilling life. That's more often than not what a person says to me when they reach me for coaching pertaining to life mission. And this is where I have the most issues with clients initially. It's because the person, when they reach me, they're so focused on life mission that they're actually missing one of the key components of the life workers, of the light workers' life mission, okay? And here's the thing. We are so kind of conditioned to believe that our life mission is something that happens out there. So it's either going to be a company that we build, or an organization that we build, or we're going to be the CEO of something, or we're going to make a lot of money and have this huge empire, or we're just going to, be on YouTube and have this huge channel. Okay, so there's a lot of different variations of what we think our life mission is, but usually because we have been so conditioned to be action-oriented beings, we have very often mistaken the idea of a life mission being something that we go out there and do, okay? And that's not wrong per se, but there's something that's fundamentally missing if this is what you're looking for. So if you're coming to me, or if you're watching this video because you really want to find your life mission out there, that's where I want to start with you, okay? Because the fundamental life mission of a light worker, remember how I defined the light worker, that the light worker is here to take on more light, to bring more light onto the planet and anchor it onto the planet to help uplift humanity? You see, that was the definition of the light worker. Now, think about it this way. The only way for you to fulfill that mission as a light worker is if you do the internal work first, okay? So the inner work, your inner transformation, is the first step of your life mission, okay? And this is a little bit hard for people, and I'll explain why it's hard for people. I'll explain why we're so outwardly focused. More often than not, and I want you to really ponder this, I want you to listen to these words, close your eyes, do a meditation after you finish watching this video, and do some soul searching about what I'm about to say, okay? Because what I found through experience and working with hundreds of people individually and connecting with thousands of people through my YouTube videos, what I found is I found a big pattern. And the pattern is that very often when a person is in desperate search for their life mission out there, they're doing it because they are not well in here, okay? They're uncomfortable with their life. They're not at peace with where they are. They don't like where their life is right now. And so what their minds do is they focus on the mission as a form of escapism from the present moment, okay? And I really want you to listen to these words because these are super important for you. If you are out there chasing a specific life mission out there, if you think it's out there, you're already kind of not fulfilling your mission in its totality, okay? Yes, your life mission does involve action. All of our life missions involve action, right? I'm shooting these videos and I'm putting them on YouTube. That's part of my life mission, and that involves action. But I always remember that before I shoot a video or before I'm out there fulfilling my life mission, my first step is always my inner transformation, okay? Remember the definition of the light worker. The light worker, when they are activated, they start to purge old energy. So really what the light worker does is, as they are spiritually awakening, as they are going inside, as they are seeing all the wounds that need to be healed, as they are looking at the things that they didn't want to look in themselves. We all do this, right? We all turn a blind eye towards the things that we don't like in us, towards the things that we disown in ourselves, okay? And seeking out life mission is very frequently a form of escapism from the inner work that's necessary. But you can't fulfill your life mission unless you do the inner work, okay? So that's why I want you to really listen to these words. Before you go out chasing a life mission, I want you to realize that by doing your inner work, by not turning your face towards anything, you're not going to reject anything inside of you anymore. By looking at all the traumas that you have, by looking at them right in front of your face without turning your face, by facing your fears, by facing your demons, by facing your traumas and healing them. By doing all of this inner discovery, you're already fulfilling your life mission. Okay, you're already fulfilling your life mission, because here's the beautiful thing. Every wound that you heal in yourself, you are already helping to uplift humanity, because in every wound that you heal in yourself means that you're making room for more light to come into you. And the more light that comes into you, the more light you anchor on the planet. And the more light you anchor on the planet, the more you uplift humanity. So just by doing your inner work incessantly, you are already on the first step of fulfilling your life mission. Now, this may seem like a really easy task, and you may be saying to me, yeah, Christina, I've already done all the healing that's necessary. I don't need to see anything else. I'm ready to go on mission. I'm totally ready to go on mission. In fact, I'm just desperate to find my mission. So if you say this to me, I know right away that you haven't healed everything that needs to be healed in you, because if you had healed everything that needed to be healed within you, you wouldn't be desperately searching for your life mission, okay? So I want you to really ponder this. I want you to really ponder this. Is your drive to find that mission out there, is it coming genuinely from your programming as a light worker? Because light workers do have this inner calling to help, right? We come programmed with this inner calling to serve others. So it's natural that you feel that drive, but you've got to make sure, you've got to discern whether that drive is coming genuinely from your heart as a part of your soul calling, or if it's coming from your mind as a form of escapism because you are not well and at peace with where your life is at now, okay? So this is something for you to ponder after you watch this video. And this inner healing, inner transformation, this isn't something that you're going to get all done and you heal all your wounds and you're finally perfect and healed and now you can go on your life mission. That's not generally how it goes. Usually what happens is we become aware that we're actually out there searching for something because we're not well in here, we're not at peace in here.
If all you had to offer was friendship, like who would still be around? Real situations expose fake people, so sometimes it takes getting down on life to find who's really down. You see, people pretend well when their souls are for sale. And sometimes it's the ones you love the most that mostly want to see you fail. That's real. Just because they riding with you doesn't mean they riding for you. That's facts. You see, loyalty shouldn't depend on your presence. It's more about how they act behind your back. Who can you trust? I mean, some of us are fighting for people that wouldn't throw a punch for us, and yet these are the ones we call friends. You know, the ones that care so much about your struggle, but yet so silent when you win. The ones that bring gossip to you about you, but your name, they never defend. Understand, everybody in your boat might not be rowing, but drilling holes. And as time goes and that jealousy grows, pay attention, because that's when true motives get exposed. Everybody in your circle might not be in your corner. Support doesn't always come from familiar faces. So don't be surprised if God places strangers in your life to take you to higher places. Don't be surprised if your growth makes your circle smaller. But you got two choices. Let it break you or let it make you. Make your dream even larger. Make your vision see farther. There's more to your path than where you're currently at. And I think life will teach you this. Sometimes the best way to add to your life is not to add to it, but to subtract. Understand, it's not about the size of your circle. It's about the loyalty that's in it. You see, nothing can stop a squad that's dedicated to fighting for the same mission, focused on the same vision. Does your circle got that type of commitment? Are they happy for you when you win it? Or is it the more you do better, the more their love gets distant? The more their support goes missing? Listen, real friends don't hate on each other. What they do is they push each other to go get it. In your life, do you got those type of friendships? Because mindsets are very contagious. And I promise you this, whoever you consistently surround your life around will surely persuade it. Wake up, everybody's prayers for you ain't to make it. So do they really got love for you? Or do they just fake it? Do they really got love for you? Or do they just love to use you? To some, you're just an opportunity, yeah. That's how these fake friends will do you. They present what you want just to take what they need. And when they can no longer benefit from your life, well, that's when their loyalty leaves. So I'm gonna ask you this question again. If all you had to offer was friendship, who would you still be able to call your friend? Tag them to this video. Let them know you appreciate them. It's rehab time. Let's get it.